Hello, I hope today finds you well. I'm about to talk about being a good employee, getting good hours, the money that you want to make, and those kind of things. And let me start that. Before I start that, I'd like to make a statement that I do realize that this goes both ways, and there's a lot of problems and a lot of companies and a lot of indoctrination, especially in retail and different things like that, where it punishes everyone for just a bad employee. There's all kinds of different things. So I do realize this. I just want to make sense to some people that may have problems seeing why things don't work the way that they think they should. For example, let me just use a couple of basic employee types here. Let's say we've got employee A, and we're going to use this employee's best characteristics, best skills. Because as employers, we hire people for their skills and we fire people for their behavior. So, best skills. Let's say this person's best skills, number one, is absolutely that they are a hard worker. When they're there, we know that they're going to get the job done. They know that they're going to get the job done. They take pride in this because they really are a hard worker. Okay? So, this is employee one. Now, let's say we're going to compare two employees here just to get an idea, and just a quick little thing here, just to give people an idea. So, let's say in the middle of theirs is number two, is going to be dependability. Let's make this first one employee A so we don't have numbers everywhere. Dependability. So they're almost always there when it's time to work. They do occasionally call out. They don't see that as a big thing, but they don't realize what that does to the managers and employees. And most usually when they call out, it's going to be a Friday or a Saturday when the stores or the places, restaurant or whatever, is the busiest, and other people tend to call out too. So this one can be a big drawback and take off a lot of this one for this employee. Now, this employee, when he's in there busting his butt, doesn't understand why this is costing him hours, and him or her hours, and things like that. But that's why, and that's how that works. So then let's say number three, the worst part of employees. Employee A's deal there is undisputably attitude. This person doesn't have a positive attitude. This person has a negative attitude. And by the way, I've employed a lot of employees like this. A lot. And the thing about those employees is that attitude will get in the way with a lot of things. And this distracts from this, especially when they do it very often. The dependability missing on a big date, it distracts from the stars, say they would get for their hard work. And this can distract from it even more sometimes, depending. So, let's go on to employee B so this makes more sense. And bring it together a little bit here. So, employee B is best. Number one is their dependability. Dependable. Okay, so they are there almost always. They're willing to work extra. They don't complain if they stay a little longer. But that's just like absolutely their best. Now, their middle, let's say, is their attitude. Their middle's not bad. Their attitude's okay. Just in the middle. Not bad, not good. Not positive, not negative. They understand some things they don't. But they're there. And their worst. Number three is they're slow. They're not a hard worker. or either or, they just aren't, as in they don't hard work, but they work steadily to slow to steadily. They're not a hard worker, but they're always there. They don't get upset about things all the time. They're very dependable, and you know the job's going to get done. Now, this person, after a period of time, always there, coming in when you need them to. Things don't fall apart, and a few Fridays and Saturdays of this person not being here, and then them having a bad attitude when they come back, and you're not happy about that, they still bust their butt and work hard, but you know you're going to be stuck holding everything up, trying to make it work sometimes when they're not there. Well, after a while, that gets frustrating. So this person down here who doesn't work as hard, and this person here is upset. This guy or girl's upset sometimes because this person's slower. So then this kicks in, and they're working real hard here, but they're mad, they're upset, they're not friendly to customers, And what happens? Well, they start to lose hours because they don't come in at those times. And they say, oh, I'll come in on Wednesday. Well, I don't need people here on Wednesday. I got people here on Wednesday. I need people here on Friday or Saturday. So these people that are being upset, doing those things, keeping that up, then this person, the attitude just keeps bringing them down. They keep working typically. Some of them don't. That even starts to slip. And then when they see this person getting credit, praised, and stars, and they're upset because this person doesn't do this as well as they do, then everything goes down. And so that's just to give people an idea of how that works from there, because I've just heard so many employees say, well, they're not giving me enough hours, that's why I left my last job, or they didn't give you enough hours. Usually, not always, but usually someone didn't get enough hours because they didn't show up. And almost always that's on the busy days, the busy shifts when people want to be out doing their things. That's not clever. Poppy H doesn't approve of that, as you see right here. He's not happy about that. But that's what happened. And then a lot of those people say, oh, I'll come in Wednesday, I'll come in, or Tuesday, or what. No, you really can't make up for it that way. It doesn't work that way. We need you here when people and customers are here and those kind of things. Again, I understand all different formulas of this stuff. I understand that a lot of problems are with employers, but this one is a big one with people. They just don't understand why not showing up or calling in at the last minute, or not wanting to work the busy days, but others, and they don't get hours. It just makes sense. Get over it. But if you really look at these, it makes sense. It's just a whole dichotomy. It's a whole thing of how things actually work. And the people that have this bad attitude and typically work hard and don't understand what other people don't, they feel like everyone has to be the same as them. And, if we were all the same, the wheel would have never been invented. That's why it takes different people and different things. And this all-around steady employee is much preferable to this one here that can get a lot done in a short time, but doesn't always do it and doesn't always come in, and is undependable as well as moody. So not the same all the time. Hard to unpredictable. All right, have a great day. Be clever, y'all.